I'm back! Hello, it's your host MTE speaking. Today we are going to do another episode of console startup reviews. Although it is not focused on one console, we're going to focus on 10 different consoles. It's going to be a top 10 list of my favorite console startups ever. And yes, I'll be sure that all 10 of these consoles are the consoles I have reviewed in previous episodes. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Now, I am aware that a while back I said this is one of the worst console startups ever, but looking at it now, I recognize that I was a bit too harsh on it, and I honestly think the PS4 startup is okay. I can see why it's not as powerful as the other consoles, because they wanted to make it more relaxing, to get you in a mood and stuff. But why is it so high up, you may ask? Well, yes, this is one of the most respected console startups ever. But, riddle me this. Just what the heck is this? I don't know if it's the cocaine I'm doing, but I absolutely love the Sega Master System startup. It has an aesthetic, but a good aesthetic at that. I don't know, it's something about it that I really love. That's why it is on number 9. But this is not the last time we'll see Sega. Before you get out your pitchforks and say that the original Neo Geo startup was better, let me explain why that one's not on the list, and that I chose the CD version over the original one. Now don't get me wrong, the Neo Geo startup is highly respected, the original that is, and not many people know the Neo Geo CD startup as much as the original. I love the Neo Geo CD startup more because it gives me that energy, a really satisfactory energy. I just love the aesthetics in it. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't you say that you hated all those Sega console startups that were so long? Well, yes, I did say I disliked them, and I still stick up to those opinions. However, it's this one in particular that I actually like. I said that in the previous video. This particular one is good because of the music. The music makes it so satisfying to watch. I mean, sometimes it can get annoying, I will say that. But the goodness outshines the badness of it. I like this intro. Now this is what you call a console startup. I absolutely adore this new one. Despite the Series X didn't even release, they leaked the startup and I absolutely love it. Now, the Xbox One startup? It was terrible. One whoosh and you gotta wait like 3 minutes just for it to go to the dashboard? Literally, come on! That's actually one of the worst startups. It had nothing going for it. Now for the Xbox One X startup, I mean, it is kind of an improvement, even though they just added another 3 seconds, then you gotta wait another 3 minutes just for it to go to the dashboard. Overall, the Xbox Series X remains one of the best Xbox startups. No, scratch that. It is the best Xbox startup I've ever seen. Better than the original Xbox startup and the Xbox 360 startups. Where do I even begin with this one? I absolutely love the PS3 startup so much. The original, that is. I mean, the new one is good, but not as much as the original. I mean, I can see why people love the new one. The original one can be much at night. But the good outshines the bad for the PS3 Fat startup. The PS3 Slim startup, it is good, but I prefer the PS3 Fat one. Now, if the PS3 Slim started like this, I would have preferred that one over the Fat. I might be thinking, ugh, the Wii doesn't deserve that spot, it's so bland. Well, it's something about the simplicity that makes it so freaking good. It's very hard to describe it, but overall, I absolutely adore the Wii startup so much, and that's why it's at number 4. Many fans of my channel know that I absolutely praise the GameCube like it's church at the pew. I love it. I cannot stand it. It's amazing. It's very short, but very, very sweet. It pumps me up for some reason. It gets me ready to play the game. I love it. I love it! But what could be better than the GameCube startup? Now, I know you guys are surprised. The GameCube at number 2, I loved it. But what could be better than the GameCube? Something that's so good, so memorable, and so amazing and powerful that it's at number 1. It's the king of the greatest console startups ever. I had to look at my window and think. I had to play a lot of my consoles to figure it out. The answer was clear to me. It's the PS2. Now you may be thinking, oh, screw you! You missed out on the PS1 startup! Where is that? I do like the PS1 startup, but it wasn't enough for it to make on the list. The PS2 startup will always be the greatest console startup in history for me. Remember, this is all my opinions. These are all my experiences, reviews, and everything. So please be respectful in the comments. I'm not complaining about how the PS1 wasn't on the list, or your favorite console wasn't on the list, or anything. This is my opinion, my experience. So now, you guys know a little bit more about me in my taste in consoles. So, thank you guys for watching, comment, subscribe, and expect more videos from me because I am back. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!